Hey guys, Mark here. I'm out on a day hike. This is the first time in quite a while. I've been backpacking and backpacking and backpacking and backpacking. Well, I guess I did a day hike in around Emerald Lake, but that wasn't on purpose. I didn't set out to do that. All right, I'm in the purple one. I've come down the end of the Ware Creek Road. I'm very happy to say that this, not the Ware Creek Road, it's the Gorge, well, here it says Ware Creek Road, but it's kind of the Gorge Creek, full road, right? And I'm very happy to say that if I pull this off, I mean, you can see here, the other end, basically everything's filled in except for some stuff I'm going to do on backpacks. And then here, all we have left is this guy. And so I would be basically done the old Gorge Creek Road as far as checking out trails. That would be cool because the road to come down here, ugh, it's not awesome. Okay, I'm not right down the end. I'm probably back about here. And I'm going to go do number 14. I think it's called Death Valley. I'm going to go down. I'm going to come down here and back up this one. And I mean, I went down the end of this some time ago. That's on some other map. And so now I'm going to go tag up myself, basically. All right. Here's the road, the hill. You go up and down is just back over here. I've already figured out a few things with this trail, so I'll just catch you up. The description that Jill gives is actually from the very end of the road, but I think almost no one does the 4-9s trail. That's kind of the main equestrian trail around here. No one drives their horses down there anymore. That road is just too crappy to be driving a trailer on, right? Discovered this stuff down here. I've never seen like posts and poles with stuff like this around here. So it's kind of interesting. So this is the 4-9s trail, right? You go down here. This is a horse crossing up over there. So on another hike from over there, I came all the way across and then I discovered this trail, and coming over there was kind of a pain in the butt. Also, it adds on like, I don't know, kilometer and a half. And that's there and back, so probably 2.5, 3 kilometers on my day. So I decided to just come park here, shortcut things. And I thought the first thing I was gonna do was a crossing. But when I was just stepping out of my car, I realized that someone made a couple of little dams there. And I mean, I should be able to just get across that. That shouldn't be any problem. So yeah, I don't have to take off my shoes and go barefoot. First thing, I can just go. There you go. Now, the first part of this is going to be nice. It's going to be on the Quad 9 trail, where there's plenty of horse traffic. But I know that this part, I got to dance my way through this. I know that this part here isn't torn up because some parts of it, some of them are just mud holes. Too much horse traffic, not enough culverts and stuff. But yeah, that's about, I don't know, 1.2, 1.3 kilometers. And then I'll get down to the intersection with the Death Valley Trail, and then it is going to be technical. Apparently it's kind of boggy in places, and it's just not really getting used anymore, right? So all the more reason to get down here and do it now before it becomes untraceable, unfollowable. But yeah, you can see right now this trail here, the 4-9s trail, gets used a lot. In good shape. Talk about a beautiful day in October, Beautiful blue sky day. They actually have some more of that predicted for the next 4 or 5 days, and I'm contemplating yet another backpack, so that tells you how nice it's showing for October. How about a random place to see a salt lick? I haven't seen any cattle down the very end of this road, but there was definitely some on the other side of the hill stand on the road and stare at me. They don't move. Then I have to do like some kind of cow obstacle course, just swerving around. It's like a damn driver's test with pylons, except the pylons are much bigger. Okay, come to this meadow. This is actually a Y intersection, but I think you wouldn't see any tread showing the actual intersection. The normal Quad 9 trail goes down there and crosses Ware Creek. And the Death Valley Trail is over in this corner over here. Like I said, I don't think there's even a tread going up over there anymore. Here we go. There sure ain't much of it right now. I'll put my own boots on it, help it stay alive. At least I'll try. Well, I'm happy to see that there's a bit of tree flagging. Oh, and another salt lick. See, the cows might keep this trail going. Problem is, the cows keep a lot of trails going, and so you don't know which one's the actual trail. Also up here, I remember some flagging actually threw me off course. I had to figure things out. I did, but yeah, there was clear flagging sending me in the wrong direction. I've got this spot marked on my phone, false intersection. So here, there's another flag down there. I remember wandering in here going, oh, well, obviously this is it. No, it's over this way. And I mean, you know, you can see it, but at the same time, you can see leaves are covering it and some trees are getting down across it. And yeah, so not sure what that other flagging is for, but you can definitely see the tread. All right. So, a little bit of confusion now. I mean, as far as I know, when I came down here, this is the intersection with the Quad 9 trail. There's a clear tread going here, going up over there. Oh, okay, intersection, okay. I see a white, it probably was orange once, but now it is white. Diamond over there. It's easy to get, yeah. So here's where I came out of. Well, have a look at this, right? The cows have made a very nice trail up into this over here. And then on top of that, I have a waypoint from Jill's book, from the Kananaskis trailhead. It's 200 meters over this way. So, right? It's, but this diamonds, thank God there's still some diamonds around. This was an official trail once. I think now it's probably decommissioned. But, hey, there's at least something. There. I have given myself crap before for not taking down waypoints that Jill, that's in the Kananaskis Trail Guide. But sometimes they're not helpful. I mean, that one was a full 200 meters down there now. That could be my phone, or that could be someone else's, like whoever gave her the waypoint, or her own, or I don't know. It does say they could be off by a full 200 meters in the book. But yeah, it makes it, when you got cows making trails everywhere, that's 200 meters is a lot. That's pretty. Coming out here in the fall has its advantages of a lot of colors. Oh, I'm very happy to see horse crap from this season. Someone rode up this thing on a horse. Awesome. I thought this thing was really just deserted. Oh, that is fantastic. Maybe I'll even see some trail work from this year. That is amazing. What do we got here? We got some sawdust. Sawdust. Yes. Oh, woo! Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is way more than I expected. I just had a good read of the description in the book, which probably a little dated now anyways, but it's backwards for one thing. I have to follow it backwards, and there is like cut lines and intersections and all kinds of crap. Well, I mean, I did say I didn't know this was going to be a very tactical day. So, I mean, I could be just following this all day, but I'm going to go with no. Probably it's going to be a tactical day. This is called Gleason Ridge over here. Doesn't look like a very fun walk. It looks like just a lot of trees. Beautiful though in the fall. Like, look at all the yellow. And this is the foothills. This does not get the glory of the mountains, but very nice country. It's very peaceful, and it's great for fall because, I mean, you saw what happened the last two backpacks, attempted backpacks at least, into the Alpine. Right now it's basically a no-go unless you like tramping through snow. That's kind of neat. This tree isn't even very big, but look at it do everything it can, and it's got it at least half swallowed. I've seen much bigger trees that don't seem to. Maybe a small tree actually would, like, it's younger so it grows faster, so it has a better shot of swallowing a diamond. I don't know. This is beautiful, man. I always come out here expecting nothing, which is the best thing to do, because then when you get views like this, hey, you know, it's not a lot about them mountains. This is beautiful country too. I just finished coming around this thing. I went all the way around over here. Quite the little mud hole, and still kind of frozen. All right, let's see here. Just a little. Anyway, I got more diamonds. If I have diamonds and I can follow this track, it really isn't that bad. This one even has a number on it, like 71 or something, except it's all crooked. Cool. All right, well, so far it's been just fine. All right, I just came from here. You can see very subtle cut line. I just joined it. So you can see how straight things get, right? Sometimes Joe describes all these cut lines, but in fact they've been grown in and disintegrated so much that only the trail is really left. So, all right. Still trying to figure, this is still obvious, but I left that cut line and now I'm looking for, oh, what a weird place for trail tape on some tiny little tree. Now I'm looking for another cut line and a fence. Trying to keep, you know, right on top of this, right? Even if it is kind of obvious. Every so often, of course, there are trail braids from the cows, but the main trail is always in the best shape, at least so far. I thought I saw this. Someone took mountain bike on this. This is, I find that very, very surprising. But they did. Someone took a bike out on this. Damn. Here's the main trail. I should have known I wasn't going to get off this easy. They got a bunch of blue flagging for some strange reason. They got a trail going down there into what appears to be a meadow. And then they got orange flagging over here. Another trail. Okay, so there's a diamond. Great. But that doesn't tell me which way to go this way. Okay, so I'll try this way and see if I come across a diamond. I got to keep looking behind me, right? If I see one on this trail, even if it's the other direction, then it's the correct trail. But I don't know. I got blue flagging and orange flagging. It's been a couple 100 meters. I think this probably means I'm on the right track. This could easily go down and intercept the other trail too. And so both trails cross a fence, but the fact that this one has a gate makes me think this is correct. All right. Always leave things the way you found them or whatever. There's a sign, just obey whatever that says. So it was closed, so I'm gonna close it. Come here. Oh, and now the chain. All right, I need 2 hands for this. Just for reference. There's another cut line that I'm crossing, which I believe Jill mentions. All right, take a look back, make a mental picture. There's a very faded diamond because the trail gets really faded here and I'm entering this. So this is where you make a little waypoint on your phone, take advantage of that technology, figure things out, because I'm sure there's cow trails. I mean, I can see little ridges over here. Be real easy to lose things. Okay. I think I'm getting pretty close to the, there's a cross out here, Muriel Dixon. Talks about it in Kananaskis Trail Guide. And, you know, I might try and find it. And, you know, there's, I mean, there's even talk of one woman who would like ride out here and just spend some time with her cross to keep her company, which I think is, you know, that's a very nice thought. It's very nice. I guess this girl was only 23. She died. So you can see there's a white diamond over here. Well, not white, just completely devoid of paint. So, you know, I might try and find it, and I would have a nice little lunch break there. It's just absolutely beautiful out here. If you want to rest in peace, she chose the right spot, man. 100%. Look at this, you know, like when you are climbing something, that's when cows make these big, obvious tracks. And, I mean, you got that. There's 2 diamonds. That's the only reason I know that's the way. Look at this. Look at this big, obvious trail on the other side. I mean, there'd be no way to know. They're both very good trails. So hopefully these 2 diamonds will stand for a long time, because otherwise people are going to go off track. No question there. Like I said, it's good these things are here because there's cow trails everywhere. Some of them are just as nice as this. Jill mentions, oh, any trail you see left are first generation Death Valley trails. So what does that even mean? Does that mean like the first, like when the natives were out here? I don't know. Like first, like the first trail she had in her very first edition when she first put out the guide. It's kind of neat. I mean, there is, it's open. You could, you know, in the foothills, you can make trails everywhere. I mean, that's why I've been doing this for what, 5-6 years, living in South Calgary and coming out here and exploring everything. And I'm still have plenty of trails to do. It just doesn't stop, right? All right, still figuring my way through this. I think the Muriel Dixon grave site is up here someplace, but I'm gonna leave it for my way back. I mean, this is a back and forth. It will be, I can do scouting on the way on this direction, then coming back I can figure it out, because that's actually right the way that Jill describes it is coming back. So also I'd like to get my primary goals taken care of before I go looking for something random. But yeah, it's working out. Such beautiful country too, like Jesus. It really is. It's very, very nice. All right, I'm back and forth across this thing a bit. Unfortunately, the trail has made a bit of a mud hole. I think I'm just gonna go over here. I can probably just do it in a leap as opposed to trying to get across. And well, maybe, yeah, I think so. Just climb up this. All right, there's another, that's looking back. Another little crossing of something. And then there's a big, obvious trail going up that way. Anyway, there's just stuff all over the place. Thank God for the, thank God for the diamonds. Sheesh. Look at this. Look at this nice, beautiful track. I just had the camera on just over here. But I looked over here and I spotted a diamond. Otherwise, oh boy. Yeah, I'd be heading down there. Definitely. The cows have made their own crisscrossing world out here. Okay, I gotta keep following this creek apparently, and Jill mentions that it crosses a bunch. I've already crossed it twice, so I think I've got a third one coming up here right away. Yeah, sure looks like it. Might be able to figure out something a little easier. You can see someone's done some trail work. You have to cross a couple of times there just to get through that, but I mean, the cows seem to have made their own little way up this. I just heard a big, I thought it was a chainsaw for a second. It was a cow just letting out a huge moo. I haven't seen a single cow out here. Holy shit. Out of nowhere. I'm in your guys' world. How many of them are, there's just you? There's got to be more than you. Yeah. Where are all your friends? Why are you out here by yourself there, buddy? Staring at me like, not, you know, I'll give you some space. It's okay. This is your world, buddy, not mine. I don't have to sleep out here. Well, not unless I want to. I don't even know if this is the same creek. I think it is. Goes down around there and back. Certainly gotta cross it a bunch of times. I'm glad it's October. What the heck are you? Are you some old bridge? What the heck is that thing? No clue. I don't think it's a bridge. It looks like it could be. Did someone take it and drag it over here? No idea. Just did another little crossing on that thing. So the open street maps, like you know, the map that Maps.me uses and a lot of other trail apps use, is only good for down this end. Like, there's two trails coming, one from Windy Point and another one from the Death Valley trail that comes out of San McNab area, right? So those two trails are showing coming up here about in 200 meters. So I'm planning to go down one, go across, and come back up the other one. See all the trails, well, at least all the trails that are on maps anyways. About 6 million cow trails out here. Definitely not gonna see all those. Oh, we got a big sign up here. Okay, haven't seen anything like that in forever. This is not the first sign that's been out here. Woo. Well, it's an actual Sheep Valley Trails thing. See, I've been saying it's decommissioned, but it still shows on here. So maybe actual forestry staff came down and cleared the stuff out. Pretty cool. All right, so there's going to be a trail that way to Windy Point and a trail this way. So I'm just gonna make a waypoint on my phone here of this right now, but I think I'll take this way first. That's nice to see too, a big fresh diamond. Just to make sure that people see it, as opposed to that one. So not bad. That cow I came across was quiet for a while, but now it's moving away. That thing lost, like moving, you know, there's no other cow around here that I know of. I mean, I could run into 20 of them in 5 minutes, who the hell knows, but just a one cow. Trail has definitely gotten a whole lot more prominence. I'm guessing that some trail riders coming out of Sandy McNabb will come up here and then just go back down the other way to Winnie Point. And yeah, do that nice little, be a nice little ride. So, I mean, you can see this has been used a lot more, right? It's a different kind of bridge or horse corduroy, whatever you want to call it. Nails sticking up and everything. Well, it's better than going across the mud. Oh. I was just gonna put a little bit of silence on, but here's a bridge. Not bad, you know. And this is, as far as I know, generally a horse trail, so surprised there's a bridge like this. Ooh, yeah. So much yellow. Alrighty, I'm at the intersection. A few things going on. First of all, here's a few other cows. So that other cow is wandering the wrong way, as it turns out. There's a sign over there. Bit of a sit-down area here. Someone made with an old signpost, clearly. Alrighty. I stood here. I came up here. I actually found a carcass in here. It's the only carcass I've ever found. Just surrounded by crows. Came up here and went down this thing on kind of a crappy weather day. Okay, so now I'm gonna go 0.8 across and go back on the other 1.5 trail. Sandy McNabb. Still got skidoo tracks going down both directions. Today we're just gonna complete this. So there's two trails. I gotta figure out which one goes across as opposed to heading farther north. And it is really obvious. There's actually fresh, nice diamonds. Over there I actually thought I should be going that way, but walk over to the sign and here's an obvious trail, so. Whoops, I think I got this wrong. I think there's actually 3 trails coming out of that thing. I think I gotta go back to that sign and in fact, go across. I had a feeling that that was it. But yeah, no, I've actually been there to that sign twice, I think. Yeah, all right, I'll figure this out. The first time I was at this thing, that sign was 4 years ago, just when COVID was starting. And someone had left skidoo tracks out here, otherwise there's no way. I'd have been in at least a foot and a half of snow. But I was able to walk on the beaten down skidoo track. And then the other time I came out was at least 2 years ago, maybe 3. You start forgetting, you do. I've done the scouting, but still, I gotta be careful, right? Could still get my ass lost or go down the wrong trail. Then I'd be a a long ways from my car. Okay, so Pine Ridge. That's the first one I did 4 years ago. I came from here and I went down this one in the snow. So I was just walking down here, only 300-400 meters. This is actually 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4-way. So I should have gone with my first instinct, right? Like, I remember crossing this bridge. I remember seeing this little, I remember seeing that 4, you know, with the red pole. And yeah, there's actually a diamond here, so I should have figured out, I should have clued in a little faster. There's where I just came from. Okay, figure this out. Little things. I'll go say hello to the cows. There's just the 2 of them down here. Alrighty, doing another little crossing here. The Valley Creek, I believe. It is all pretty easy. I mean, it's that time of year, right? Crossings are easy. You're willing to come out in October and September. Crossings are they're a whole level, probably even several levels better than they would be most times of the year. It came quicker than I thought. So there's an orange diamond way down there. There's one over in the trees. Nice new ones. It certainly helps. Gleaming yellow. I keep saying it, I know, but it is pretty awesome. So I ended up down here after all. That trail I went on just swung over. There's actually old culverts down here, and that there is the trail to what they call Winnie Point, Winnie Ridge. You don't actually go up the ridge, but you intercept like foreign grade and all that sort of thing. Okay, so come over here, and pretty sure I can see a nice track going up this way. No diamonds or anything, but a big, obvious track. Yeah. All right, here we go. Now we're on this. Well, finally sat down and decided to read a bit more about this trail. It's called Death Valley because there's been a lot of deaths and mysterious disappearances in this valley. The only thing I can think of is that people got lost. You know, is a lot of little side tracks and all kinds of stuff. But otherwise, this is a super easy valley. Nobody died from exertion going through all this. It is one of the easier, almost no climb descent, a little bit of crossings, but yeah, I mean, mud rarely kills people, so little crossings even in high water probably still wouldn't put a dent. So yeah, that's kind of, and Jill seems to express the same thing. She's like, I don't know why this valley would have a bunch of disappearances and stuff. They even found a body. They found a skeleton. Figure it was a trapper who had disappeared up here years before. Again, why this valley? Yeah, you know, big and open and nice. I guess it can, you know, you just can't get out of here. You can't figure out your directions. Then, yeah, that's it. You're going to just starve to death, freeze to death. Jill talks about a weird one with that trapper. It's like, didn't he have family at all? So when they found his bones out here, they buried him where they found him. But then they took a skull back, they put it on a fence post, and they used it as a football? That's a human skull. Again, wasn't there any family? Didn't they want something? Didn't they have a say in this? I guess not. I guess there wasn't any family. But you used a human skull as a football. Yeah, they should have just buried that skull along with the rest of them. It's just like out on Gibraltar Rock, I think it's called, out in the Sheep Valley. And Jill says that, you know, a young kid fell off it, died, and she mentions that his bones are still there, like no one ever found it, I guess, or... And when they took apart the mine that was there, the Burns mine, his belongings were still there. So, again, no family. Like, damn. Anyway. nice. Oh, this little fork, this little other fork coming to this trail. This is one of the nicer views of the day. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I mean, you got, basically you have this thing and you just have a trail up one and a trail down the other. That's it. There's no, I'm pretty sure this is the creek here. No rocket science here. Yeah. You can see pretty far. I bear call, obviously, right? Like, hey, bear! But I mean, still, you'd think that there would be some deer and whatever that hung around in here and didn't really care that I was around, but yeah, who knows? I'm sure people come in here and shoot them, so they know better. There's the sign. There you go. I've got all this done. I just have to find my way across this creek one more time. And then, another like 6 times when I go back this way. But then, yeah, I've seen the trails. Just a matter now of getting back to the car. And of course, I would like to see if I can find Muriel's gravesite. Well, I just took I followed that cow trail I showed earlier and managed to skip 2 or 3 little crossings in here, which would have been kind of annoying. There's just so many. I mean, this is the one I was pointing at earlier, right? Another little, it's like side valley. That one goes east. There's 3 or 4 in this thing. You could just go wander down for fun. See where it goes. See what kind of cow trails you can find. It's a nice place to just explore, right? I'm just doing the stuff from the book, but yeah. Okay. Now one of these posts. I think I need to detour up here to a flat meadow. Right now I'm breaking off trail. Be a nice view up here at least. Right now I'm trying to find Muriel Dixon. Nice little view up here. I think I was actually supposed to start up a little earlier, so I'm going to walk around up here a bit. See what I can find. See if I can spot it. I was 20 meters away. Started walking over here. I got it. Hello, my dear. I've come to keep you company. She was off the Stony Reserve, 23 years old. This thing is made out of metal, that's why it's still here. Looks in nice shape. I'm guessing she liked it out here, right? It's quite the view. This is about, you want to rest in peace, this is about as nice as it gets. This is peaceful. I think if you went down this valley here, you might run into the Stony Reservation. You went far enough. Kananaskis is not that far, the edge of it is not that far away. A few kilometers probably at best. Okay, well, spent some time with Muriel. I guess she died 50 years ago. I wonder if she died in this valley. This is another one of the strange deaths in this valley, right? Anyway. Well, got a little bit of a confession. I went back to the trail and I decided to follow the lure of these first generation Death Valley trails. And so I turned left and went up a cow trail with trail work. Interesting. Okay. I mean, cows are going to keep things going, right? That other trail over here looked better, but it is nice to see chainsawing. We'll see what happens here. This is kind of not going the greatest direction. It's going a little bit north, but more west than anything else. Not at all surprised. A lot of nice wood, and it's been used this year. These ranchers, I mean, they have, I'm assuming it's them. They have grazing leases out here. This is basically their backyard, right? They can do whatever they like out here. I mean, to a point, but now that I'm off the trail especially, they can do whatever. And the only people that are gonna see it or find it is crazies like me. Well, this is something. Maybe just a good cow trail, but hey, this area is super easy to deal with. I could run into all sorts of trails that I know, figure out my way back to the car without any problem. Like I said, right now this is kind of going west, so not the greatest direction, but I do know everything in this direction. So if I end up somehow like intercepting Gorge Creek or whatever, I know what to do, right? I know how to get back to the car from there. Look at the trail work that's been done on here, you know. Someone is keeping this thing going. You can see the secret trail has got a bit of tape, bit of flagging, and now it comes out into this, so see what happens here. I made waypoints on the other trail, of course, and 800 meters that way, so I'm not too far off. Like I said, this area is easy to bushwhack around in, so I guess I found this a little too easy, you know. As soon as I found Muriel Dixon's cross, it was like, all right, well, what am I going to do for the rest of this thing? Okay, well, I did find a little something on the other side of that little meadow. I even found a little bit of a cut tree in the middle of that meadow, whatever you want to call that. Fact is, this trail's going the wrong way. It's going west. It's probably going to go up. Like if it really is a first generation trail, it probably goes up like Gleason's Ridge. And, you know, and then from like going west, it is 4.3 kilometers to the road. I don't have that much time. I mean, I have like 3.5 hours. And then it's daylight, or sorry, it's sunset. And I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't think so. First level of trail, you know, kind of heading back towards my car, you know, just down a different part of the valley. Okay, I can handle that. I can figure that out. But yeah, that's a little too much. A little too much adventure. Not to mention when I got out of this, what I called it there, a few different things. Yeah, that trail kind of sucks. Oh, here's a different trail popping out this side. This would go right back to the trail roughly. So, like I said, there's a gajillion cow trails that are everywhere. But this here is, oh, did I just see another trail tape? But like this here would be harder to make my way through. Yeah, same trail tape. Maybe I hadn't found that after all. Okay. Well, there's no trail here. There's just tape. Just a bit of flagging. Oh, look. Sort of a trail. Okay, I'll turn left. It's northwest, more north than west, so okay. Not too bad. I at least kind of want to be heading back to the car. All right, now we're getting into stuff that hasn't really been taken care of. There's a lot of branches I got to duck through and stuff. All right, well, I've definitely lost the trail again. For the first little while, that trail looked like it was doing quite well. You know, someone was actually taking care of it and such. And then it just got worse and worse and worse. I mean, maybe I made a wrong turn, right? But yeah, it's gone. So I think for the second time now, I'm giving up and I start heading back in the general direction of where the official trail is. I was kind of following a creek. I will flash up a picture of my Maps.me and where I was when I stopped, and you'll have a general idea of where I went. But yeah, you can see that the forest isn't bad, right? So got about, I don't know, 800-900 kilometers, 800-900 meters to get back to the trail. So I'll take a kind of a meandering, easy route, whatever's easiest through the forest to get back. Starting to understand a little bit why people die in this valley. It's so insanely easy to wander all over the place. I mean, right now, if a cougar or a bear got me, I'd have a hell of a time guiding people to where I was. Right? I mean, back then there was none of that. No GPS, no nothing. Anything happened, that was it. I was gonna find you in this. It all looks exactly the same. Okay, this is a good find. You know, the fence, remember I went through it, right, with the gate? The fence usually has kind of a trail along it because ranchers probably hike up, or at least ride up beside it every year and make sure that it's still all functional, so their cows don't go haywire and spread out across 100 kilometers squared, right? So now I can follow pretty much the trail beside the fence that they use and get to that gate, and done. I'm back on the trail. There you go. Just as I left it. I saw a little bit more countryside, a little bit more bush anyway. Checking out some old trails. A little bit more adventure. A fence like that is a nice little hack, right? It's a nice little cheat. You know that you crossed the fence earlier, and then you find it, just follow it. There's always a bit of a trail beside a fence. All right, well, now I just gotta walk my butt out of here. Oh, now I kind of know why it was so easy going the other way. It's because it was just slightly downhill. Barely enough for me to even notice. I think now I've got to the top of this, whatever this was, but yeah, you notice on the way back. Looking back on the valley that I conquered, I had kept following that westbound track, I'd probably be up about here, about now, and trying to like walk my way back or trying to figure out something. That's all right. I've got my goals done today. All right, this is kind of an important meadow. Got a few cows in here now. So Jill actually talks about going down. It's actually totally not obvious. You go down there, you cross Ware Creek, and that's the Quad 9 trail on the other side. Going westbound, you would then have to cross Ware Creek again. And so it's kind of, yeah. She does mention the old Ware Creek branching off to the left, which is what I'm going to take. Because, of course, it means I don't have to cross the creek. Well, I can avoid those two crossings. There's still the one that has the nice rock bridge for me. So I'll go up that way. But yeah, almost got this guy beat. Got her. I'm done all the trails down this road and down the other road, like that used to be all one road. I'm done all those trails. All right, so there's a little bit of backpacking I could do, but yeah, I have no backpacks planned out of this end. Wow. What an easy day. I never took my shoes off. I never got my feet wet. I was able to just cross on this little rock bridge someone made. I never bushwhacked except when I wanted to. Even then, it was not really. Yeah, and for the most part, the trail was pretty easy, pretty decent shape. Yeah, this is a perfect fall hike. Come do it for sure. Anyway, get out there and hike.